Hello Flosstube, my name is Cynthia. I am the Intuitive Stitcher. Today is Saturday, it is July 16th, and this is my Flosstube number 7. I do have notes. It's been about 2.5 weeks since I was last on Flosstube, my Flosstube. So I do apologize. It's been quite some time, but I was on a mini vacation when I did a video. It wasn't a Flosstube video, but it was a video about my mini vacation. It was just a mini video. So I'm back home. I've been back home, but I've been very busy. So to get everything ready, it does take time, and I do apologize. So I do have notes. I always have notes so that I don't miss anything. I don't know if that's something with age or if that's something that everyone has a problem with, is remembering things. Since I retired, I don't remember things, or I have to write it down. So anyway, I'm sorry if that bothers you that I'm looking down at my notes, but I have to have my notes. So this is a Flosstube channel all about WIPs, WIPGO, new starts, and haul. I want to thank everyone. I have 105 subscribers, so I was waiting so patiently to get 100, and I just went over that because I always said to myself, when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to have a giveaway. So I will have a giveaway, but I'm going to have it next Flosstube because I was not able to see my comments. So I was thinking, well, how can you give a giveaway if you can't see comments? So I think it was about 2 weeks ago, Lisa from, Crossed by Floss. Lisa is amazing. She has her Flosstube Crossed by Floss, and she helped me. She reached out, which was very kind, and she helped me set things up so that I was able to see comments again. I don't know what happened, because I was able to see comments, then all of a sudden, I think it was my last 2 or 3 Flosstubes, I wasn't able to see comments. So please comment that I know you are commenting and I can see the comments. I do believe it's working because I did a test run, and then next time I will have a giveaway for surpassing 100 subscribers. So thank you for subscribing and for liking my channel. For new people who are here, I hope you do like my channel. And if you do, hit a like, or if there's something that you don't like, comment, let me know. I'm open to all suggestions because I'm fairly new here. So I appreciate all of your kindnesses and for watching me. So I talked about the giveaway. I talked about Lisa Crossed by Floss. Go over and check out her channel. She does a lot of memorabilia. So she's just amazing. Her stitching is beautiful. So check out her channel, Crossed by Floss. So like I said, it's been a while. It's been 2 weeks, and I do apologize for the long wait. So the video posted from my mini vacation, it was just a short video, and I was working on something. Well, today we're going to talk about intentions. That's the key word for the day. I intended to do more stitching than I did, and I showed it on my last video. So I'll show that to you now. The intention was to stitch a lot more than what I had. So, but I did get a little bit done, so I guess that's okay. So this is the pattern. Cats and Hearts. It's the September design. It's from Kitty and Me Designs. And this is what I had started quite a while ago, and I only got a few stitches in when I was on a few days vacation. I was actually with my 2 daughters and their children, my grandchildren. I've wanted to do this for a long time. This was on my bucket list for all of us to get together, just the girls and the grandkids. And I was able to do that finally after a few years. And we had a great time. The girls had a good time, and the kids had a good time in the ocean and in the water. So it was fun. But what I did work on was this piece. Now, the only thing that I did was a few stitches over here. But that was it. That's the piece I took on my mini vacation. And there you go. I like the colors. I like the red. So there you go. That is Kitty and Me Designs, Cats and Hearts, and the month is September. She has different ones. Let me show you. She has a whole lot of for each month. I believe these are for each month. So check out her website, Kitty and Me Designs. Her name is Pamela Kellogg, Kellogg, and I will post this in the description box for you if you're interested and don't want to rewind to find out where I was talking about it. I'll put it in the description box. I do have a finish. So I wanted this done by actually before the 4th of July. But I finished it on the 4th of July. I got my hair cut. 4 inches. Really needed it. So I got my I just looked at my face and I saw that, oh yeah, okay. It does look nice. I like it. So my finish is Happy 4th of July by Maryna. She's the designer from the UK, from Ukraine. And her Facebook page is Cross Stitching for Fun Designs. This is my finish. Happy 4th of July. I did change it up a bit. I did change some of these. I think I made one smaller. So I did change it up, but I'm real happy with it. And that is my Happy 4th of July. So I think I'm going to frame it with maybe a red or a blue frame. I'll look at maybe Michael's or Hobby Lobby and see what I can find. Then I'll frame it. But that is my patriotic piece that I did finish. So I was happy about that. I worked on it. So that's finished. Now, some WIPs. I don't have a lot, but Once Upon a Stitch, Lori, on her last Flosstube, she mentioned that she works a 2-day rotation. I think I'm right. If I'm wrong, Lori, you can correct me. 2-day rotation where she works on one project for 2 days, puts it away, works on another for 2 days, puts it away. Someone else told me that they work on a project for 10 hours, and that could be for 2 hours this day, 3 hours the next day, up to 10 hours, and then they put it away and get their next project out. But I kind of like Lori's idea because I'm retired, so I don't do a lot of timekeeping. Like, I don't watch my time. I could be working on a stitching project for an hour, and I think it's an hour, and it's actually 2 hours. So I'm going to do the 2-day. So I did start doing that, and I think it's going to work out well for me. Work 2 days on it, however often I can, put it away and get the next project out. So the next piece is called Spring Doxology. I had shown it before on my Flosstube, but when I'm in the car, I listen to Pandora. I have patriotic music, and I also have hymns that I like to listen to. So I was in the car and I was listening to hymns. Sometimes my dad's favorite comes up, sometimes my favorite comes up, and it's just comforting to me. It's like meditation. And I know I'm in the car, but I do pay attention. I just like to listen to that kind of music when I'm in the car. So this is called Spring Doxology by Rabbit Valley Studio. That's a sample piece on the cover. I'm working on 28 count linen, 2 strands over 2. 28 count linen over 2. And this is my piece so far. So I have the word God bless. Oh, I'm sorry. I have God from, and it's praise God from whom all blessings flow. And the birds, I finished the one bird, and I did God from, yes, God from, and that is my piece. And I heard this on my Pandora when I was driving a Spring Doxology, and it was like, oh, okay, maybe it's a sign. I need to get that out and work on it because I do want to finish it. It reminds me of the days when I was growing up. Mom and Dad and my brother and I would go to church, and my dad and I were in the choir. So, you know, sometimes when a song and hymn comes up and I remember it, I can hear his voice like he's singing right in my ear. So he passed away September 2019. And so I like listening to hymns because, like I say, certain ones, it's like I hear him singing right next to me when we were sitting beside each other in church. So this is it. Let me get a little closer so you can see the stitching. From looks a little darker, and that bothers me. Do you see that? Because the words are 2 strands, different colored strands. So it looks darker. Let me know what you think. Now that I'm looking at it, if it's darker, I'm going to have to take that out. I'm going to have to take that out and redo it because it is darker, so that's not right. Oh well, that's okay. Oh, I'll know next time not to do that again. So yeah, it is darker. I am going to have to take that out and redo it. And that's fine. I can frog when I'm watching TV, and frogging is when you have to pick apart the threads because you made a mistake. So that's fine. I'll do that. So that's my piece, Spring Doxology, and the story behind it. Mason jar lineup. I did get a little bit done on this one before I decided to do my 2-day stint. This is the picture of it. It is a dimensions kit. So this is mason jar lineup. That's the picture. I got this at Joann Fabric because I had a 50% coupon some time ago, and I've always liked this. And when I saw it, because I didn't need anything else, so when I saw it, I immediately thought, well, you know what? I'm going to get it and use my 50%. And of course, if you've done dimensions kits, it comes like this with the floss. So, and then I'll show you my progress. There you go. Like the colors, I only did a little bit more on that. And I have, it says halves, because some of these, like right here, they're half stitches. I think I'm doing it right. I'd never done half stitches before. And I'd never done a dimensions kit before. So that's just one of the jars. I do like that. So I'm going to keep it handy so that I can put that in my 2-day rotation. The next piece I worked on was Green Christmas. I got a little bit farther. Let me show you a picture of it. It says Merry Christmas. It's called Green Christmas, designed by Ursula Michael. This is from Imaginating. hand. I'm not going to take it apart. If I have the T and the M done, but this is what I was working on. So I started the C and the H. I finished the R, so I started working on the C, and this is what it's going to look like. That's the C that I'm working on. And I'm not using a hoop. I usually use a hoop because it's just easier for me to hold. But for this one, I thought I would do stitching in hand. So that's Green Christmas. It will say Merry Christmas. So I did work on that. And that's that. So my next two pieces are from WIPGO. Jessie Marie pulled numbers, and my two new WIPGOs are both new starts. So I got those out, and I did 2-day rotations on these with the time that I had. The first piece is, it's a new start. It's Elizabeth Bennet of Jane Austen. It was a freebie, and I really liked it because I like silhouettes. I had done silhouette. My first Flosstube will show silhouette of a mother and her daughter in meditation or prayer. And this is now going to be the second one that I'm doing. It's by Twin Peak Primitives. This is the picture. I just think it's beautiful. This I have in a hoop. I'm using Anchor Black. I kind of like that thread better than DMC. I'm a DMC girl, but I do like the Anchor. And this is it. So far, I only got a few stitches in, but it is the top of the head. That's where I started. It's just the top. You really can't tell. So, it's my 2-day. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep her out, and maybe I'll do what Lori does, put it away and go to 2 more projects for 2 days. So we'll see. I don't remember what I didn't pull out my journal, so I don't remember what I was, the Ada count. So I'll put that. You know what? I'm gonna work on it. So I will bring it out next Flosstube, and I'll let you know what Ada I'm working on, because I don't remember, and my journal is over there. So it's a good spot for it when I'm doing Flosstube video. Okay, the next WIPGO was a piece that I just purchased. I think I purchased this back in January and saving it for WIPGO, because I'd never done WIPGO before, so it was all new to me. And I like this piece. It's called Autumn Alphabet by Willow Hill Samplings. This is it. Now, look at the D. And I'm going to show you the D. I'm going to keep it on my hoop. So I started the border, and I did A, B, C, D. That was my 2 days. And I was waiting for supplies. I had to get more floss because I'm using the called for. Evergreen. Using Evergreen from Sampler Threads, The Gentle Art. Forest Glade. Bayberry. The rest are in here. So those just came in because I needed them. When I wanted them, they were out of it. So I also have Otter Creek. Moss. That's the moss. And this one is celery. And then, of course, cast iron skillet. So this is it. I'm using 25 count. It is 25 count. Let me read it. Witchelt purple linen. Oh no, it's not 25 count. It's 32. 32 count. And I'll show you. I like the color. It's like purple. So this is it. I got some of the border done, not all of it here, but I just got more of it here. There's A, B, C, D, and I think when I do the E, the D will look like a D. So, because it kind of doesn't look like a D to me. Let me put something behind this. I'll bring it up close. And this is I'll show you the picture. Autumn alphabet. So you see there's more of the border that I need to do. There you go. But I like working on this, and I love the purple. I can't wait till I get to the other colors. So that is Autumn Alphabet. And I worked on that for 2 days. So I always say this, I'm a slow stitcher. So that was that one. Those are 2 new starts. For haul, I had ordered the floss for that project, Gentle Arts, and I also ordered 28 count gridded fabric for another project that I'm not sure when I'm going to start it. This is the fabric, 28 count, and this is going to be used for a project that I just purchased. Well, I didn't purchase it. I went to Needle Fest in New Jersey from Needleworker Delight and Silkweaver Fabrics, and I drove, and a friend of mine who went with me, she's also a stitcher, she pulled this out of a bin of patterns, and I've always wanted it and kind of forgot about it, and so she bought it for me because I drove, and I thought that was so nice. She bought it for me. So this is what I will put on that gridded Ada. It's a Heaven and Earth design, my very first Heaven and Earth design. It's called, well, do I have another Heaven and Earth that I just got a while back? Yeah. So, but I've not ever done Heaven and Earth designs, not until this year. So it's called My Sweet Valentine. The artwork is by Laura Prindle, and this is it. I can't wait to get the floss because, I don't know, lately pink is kind of my color. I like pink. So I'll be starting that. I don't know when, because I want to get through WIPGO, and then I might start this in January because I have my first Mirabilia that I ever purchased, and I'm going to start this in January, and I want to start that in January. And for the Nora Corbett, that piece that I have all the cloth. I have the cloth and all the DMC colors because I wanted to have it, so I ordered everything from 123 Stitch. So this is another new thing that I received. It's from a friend, Season's Greetings. She passed away, and this was part of her stash. I think it's beautiful. So I'm going to do that in her memory. So I'll start that. I don't know when. I have so many projects, but like I said, I want to get through my WIPGO because that was a big deal to me. I never did WIPGO before, so that's just a big deal. That is my haul. It's not a lot. And then I want to talk about Flosstubers that I watch. I always talk about the Flosstubers that I like to watch. And I'll put them in the description box. I like Mountain Laurel Stitches. She's so sweet. She's young, and I enjoy her Flosstubes. I do enjoy Stitchin by the Lake. I do watch Animal Instinct. I like to watch Anabella's. And I like to watch Simply in Stitches. So those are the 5 that plus the others that I mentioned before. I do like to watch those. And I will put them in the description box so that you can check those Flosstubers out. So, new things. My haircut. Watching my grandchildren. They'll be starting school soon in August, so I am, this week I'm dog sitting, so I come home from time to time, and I'm dog sitting most of the time I'm there. So I didn't want to do my Flosstube there, because the dogs do bark. If they hear something or somebody walks by, they will bark, so I came home to do the Flosstube and grab some more things. And the giveaway will be for next time when I know that I can see my comments, and I should be able to. Like I said, I kind of did a dry run and I was able to see. Another thing I wanted to talk about, I think I'm all done with everything. My stitching and my patterns, my new starts. So I'm done with all of that, and I hope I didn't go too fast, but I don't think I had a lot to share this time. I wanted to talk about intentions and setting intentions. So I went to the dentist. Some of you know from my last Flosstube that I did lose, a crown broke. So the rest of the tooth needed to come out. And so that happened last week on Monday, and it's healing very nicely. I'm happy about that. He did give me 600 milligrams of ibuprofen, so I did take some of that. So, intentions. When I went in, I was sitting in the waiting room, and I set the intention that this would be easy to pull. I've had many teeth pulled. I have a lot of crowns, and I set the intention that morning that this would be an easy pull piece of cake, and I repeated that in the morning and when I was in the waiting room. So I set the intention. The problem is, and I didn't figure this out till later when I left, the dentist didn't set the same intention. And I might say this to him next time, because I'm sure it's going to happen again. I have old crowns that are, just not holding up anymore after many, many years. So my intention was different than my dentist's, and I didn't realize it till later. So my intention was pull it, piece of cake. His intention right from the get-go was, I've done these before. It's right along the gum line and under the gum. Sometimes they're easy, but most times it's a difficult extraction because it's below the gum line. So I was like, okay. And I thought, it'll be easy because I set the intention. No, it was not easy. It was a difficult extraction. And a dentist that I had prior had put me to sleep for for an extraction. This dentist just Novocained me, and it was fine. I didn't feel anything because there was a root canal in that tooth. So when I left, I was in the car, and that's when I think about things. I don't know if everybody thinks about things, but I think about things. And I said, what's the point of setting an intention if it's not going to work? I mean, I've set intentions before and they've worked. Why didn't this work? And what I heard or received in my mind was, your intention was different than the dentist's intention. And I thought, oh, that's true. He said it was going to be a difficult extraction, because that's usually what it is. So had I gone in there and he said that to me, and I said, well, I'm setting the intention that it's going to be a piece of cake, and I'd like you to set the intention that it's going to be a piece of cake, whether that would have worked or not, he might have said, yeah, okay, whatever. It might not have worked out. So I learned a little bit about intention, that two people really need to be on the same page in order for that to go well. So I looked up the meaning of intention, and it is an aim or plan. It's what one intends to accomplish or attain, which is what I set up. And next time I'm going to tell him to have the same intention. When I looked up setting intentions, I came up with a few things that said, share your intention with a friend. One was verbally share your intention with yourself. I didn't do it verbally. I did it in my mind, which I don't think there's a difference because I've done this before. Meditate. I've meditated on intentions. One of the suggestions was to write it down. Write down your intention. And also to practice gratitude when you're setting intentions. And that's to be thankful every day for things. To practice gratitude. And I am thankful for so many things. I'm always praying or asking for guidance with my children, my grandchildren, and so I'm always thankful that everything, that they're okay and healthy, and so I always practice gratitude. I think that's smart. And then the other one was remind yourself daily when you set an intention. Remind yourself daily about it. And these are good intentions. This is not to cause anyone harm. These are good intentions. We don't cause people harm. That's not the way things are, or it doesn't work that way. And then the one thing that really hit home with me was consider how you will feel once you get it. When we set an intention, think about how you're going to feel when it comes to fruition, and it's usually it would be a happy feeling or a good feeling when you set your intention. Think about how you would feel, and even write it down how you would feel when it all comes to fruition. So that is the word for not today, not this week, forever, for moving into the future. I will always remember about intentions, and I think that I'm going to start writing it down, and verbal, tell a friend, and see what happens. So it's all good. It's all good. So I'm going to close then because I'm finished. It's 34 minutes, which probably doesn't bother anyone, but I don't want it to run too long. So once again, thank you for liking my page. Thank you for subscribing. And I'm going to check for comments. I will have information in the description box. And I'm glad I remembered. I'm pulling pieces of things that I had gotten from my mother. This is a tablecloth. I want to show this to you. This is all hand stitched. Now, I don't know who did it. Could be my great-grandmother, my grandmother, on my mom's side, who I never know. She passed away when my mother was little. It's embroidered. It's very pretty. And I want to show you the back. What they did is just amazing to me. There are spots on it because it's old, but that's the back. And this is the front. It's pretty. Very pretty. So that's from something from long ago. I have more things too that I can show you. As time goes on, I'll pull more things out. I don't have a whole lot, but I do have a few things. So that is from a long time ago, and I'm so happy to have it. It's really pretty. And like I said, it's a tablecloth, so I have used it carefully. And sometimes you can buy the clear plastic to put on top. I remember when I'd have people come over for holiday and I'd have it out, I'd have that plastic on top so that it doesn't get soiled. So that's that. And I hope that, I'm glad I didn't forget that because I did have it out. So I hope you enjoyed my floss tube. Please let me know if there's something that I can do different, or if you like it, let me know, the things that I have shown you, what you like, what you think about this 2-day stitching on one piece. Let me know your thoughts. I'm always looking for suggestions. So on that note, I will say that I hope everyone has a good week next week. I have a few appointments next week, so hoping that all goes well with those appointments. And I'm wishing everyone well, and thank you for watching. And I'm wishing everyone a good day today. Thank you. Bye.